welcome to the Desert Ecology Trail at Saguaro National Park East. It's a nice little quarter-mile walk through the low desert. Informative signs along the way. Don't really want to call it a hike. As I said, everywhere you go along here, you have signs. You know, here it's talking about empty nests, talking about the Syrah Cactus. It's interesting, has a unique way of getting offspring to leave home. The spiny joints are loosely attached and are easily broken off as animals pass by. A lot of people call them jumping Hoyas, like those little things just jump out and grab you. No, they don't jump out and grab you. You have to stop and rub up against them. It only takes a slight rubbing up against them. And trust me, you do not want Hoya spines in you. One thing, when you're hiking the desert, carry a comb and a pair of tweezers. Use the comb to help get the needles out and tweezers to grab them. Just a little advice if you're ever hiking where there's Syrah Cactus. And the sign's talking about shelter. Kind of gives you a good, looks like a dead mesquite tree there, and one that's still going. Lots of ground cover. There are lots of rabbits in the desert. And I think they call over there, you can see a wash. It's Javelina wash. You know, when I'm doing these videos, I don't usually leave the camera on the whole time, just a minute here, a minute there, but this is a short little stroll. And what's this one? Talking about the velvet mesquite. Being a nurse plant. Nice thing about mesquite trees, you can go out and collect the pods when they dry, grind them up, add them to flour, and then Melody will use mix maybe, I don't know, have to ask her, maybe a half cup of mesquite flour. What? What was that? 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of mesquite. Okay, I've been now corrected by Mrs. Gutwalt walking 10 yards in front of me, but listening to my every word. It's 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of mesquite. And would you agree it kind of gives it a nutty flavor or something? Pardon? Oh, it's yeah, and zucchini bread too, besides pancakes. Just for something different flavor. And yes, this is the desert. But you have to remember, for probably thousands of years, Native Americans lived out here. And, well, what do you eat? Well, you'd be surprised what you can actually find to eat out here. As far as I just said about the mesquite, that you can use that. The Native Americans, when the saguaro's in bloom, and then it gets fruit on, they'll go out and collect the fruit from the trees and make various things from that. There's a lot more food out here than you'd actually think. Nice place to sit if you just want to look at the desert. And I have to hand it to the national parks that there's something for everyone. You have children, you're not really into hiking, but you want to see the desert, learn about the desert. Here's one talking about mistletoe. I think everybody knows what mistletoe is. Oh, yeah, it's that stuff we put up at Christmas and kiss under the mistletoe. But, you know, I guess people know what to do with mistletoe. They don't know what mistletoe is. And it's actually a parasitic plant that I'm not seeing any right now. They just have a picture of it here. That it grows in like mesquite trees and doesn't have any roots in the ground or anything. It just, as I said, it's a parasite that gets all the nutrition it needs and everything from the host. And sometimes when we're out in the desert, you see trees that just are covered with mistletoe. Don't know enough about it, whether the parasite kills the host plant or not. Very nice day out today. They're calling for a high of 78, middle of April. We were running in the 90s for the last couple weeks, so okay, it's only supposed to be 70s this on Friday. Let's get out and enjoy nature. And you can tell by the path, this is, as I was saying, national parks has something for everybody. Yes, a lot of people are not going to be able to hike up to Manning Camp, which is a pretty nice climb, rugged trail. But something like this, you can tell it's macadam. Talk about a saguaro, how many animals can make their home in a large saguaro and what you can use it for. So, you know, this is wheelchair accessible. So many of the parks just have something for everybody. Yes, you want to do backpacking, something called the Arizona Trail goes through Saguaro Park East here. That takes you up on top of the mountains. Tough hike. So for backpackers, through hikers, there's something for them to educate the children. You have something like this. Somebody who's elderly, you know, wants to see the desert. Wow. I don't know if I can get it, but that'd be one massive Syrah cactus right there. That thing has to be 20 foot tall.
I'm 5 foot.
Well, Melody's going to go stand in front of it. She claims to be 5 foot tall. Oh, 5 foot and 2 inches. So you can get an idea based upon her, the size of that thing. Wow, that's been around. What do they say, 50 years before it starts even getting arms? Something like that. Melody thinks maybe it's 100. I really suspect no one knows the actual answer to that. They're making guesses. Because you think about it, who was around to watch this thing growing for 50 years and say, it finally started budding arms? Or, no, I've been watching it for the last 100 years. Family heirlooms. It's talking about the debris. No, this could be interesting. Who would, a pack rat. Oh, pack rats are famous here in southern Arizona. And I guess it's saying that they tend to live under the, these are prickly pear cacti. that what's all that junk under them? Usually been saying that you can blame pack rats for that. But yeah, nice little stroll. Anybody can do it. And I know I'm repeating myself, but so it's great. Nature has something for everyone. And lo and behold, we're coming up to the end of the loop. And what do we have here? Love and respect. So once again, talking about pack rats that have for generations have made, maybe it's a mesquite, this area their home. Well, that's the end of the Desert Ecology Trail. As usual, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a thumbs up. And to see more videos, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. And have yourself a blessed day.